to Instagram, and I go to conventions, I host panels, and I cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, have two. Well, I have one dog. I have two dogs now. Um,
Nice. Double
yeah,
dog owner.
yeah. For some reason, I'm just got adopted one, but hey, I'm not complaining. I love animals. Um, that's pretty much the rundown.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a gym girly. We love yoga,
Uh-huh.
Pilates, all that cool stuff. I'm definitely in my community in Texas, Dallas. So yeah, that's me. That's Yuri. It's
Nice. So
like, but
Yuri is like, is this your? I'm gonna pull up your profile just
mm,
to reference. Is this your secondary profile? Is this like a different profile?
this is my main,
Uh huh.
and then I have my personal, and my personal is like everyone that I've either worked with and we become friends, high school friends, and like close mutuals. Because on my main page, my DMs are just I can't. It's too many. So I'm
Wow.
just like I have a separate page. Yeah. Sometimes I'll do like I did one real collab because I don't like people following it if I
Mm-hmm.
don't know who you are. But this is the main monetary page because monetary is it brings me money. This is the money page.
Right. And so, how
So yeah.
long have you been doing specifically streaming and creating any type of monetization with your content or your social media?
Since I was 13. So when
Really?
One Direction was formed, yes. One Direction, I have been a part of and started a lot of trends. Like I don't know if you remember old Instagram. I'm talking about old Instagram
OG?
logo.
Yeah.
And yes, when you had fan accounts and the accounts be like,
Yes.
"Oh my God, do you want game follows? Follow us, and we'll put your name next." Like we started some of the main trends on how people had followers from early on to transfer it to today. We've started fan accounts now. You guys got fan cam and edits. I was in those early stages of that, so that's why I say since 13 because I've been in it when Twitter was Twitter,
Uh huh.
and you could do a lot of stuff. I've hosted spaces when spaces were. Oh my God, I still have all
What
my
was
high view
that?
count stuff.
That's interesting. Spaces. Wasn't there another like talk room type of social media that was out? Were you in that
Clubhouse,
too?
Clubhouse,
Clubhouse. Yeah.
Clubhouse. Yes. Oh my God, but it was okay. It wasn't. They didn't orientate it the way it was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
It fell off. It was like, oh, we want all the business execs and everybody, but you got people that aren't even in this space. You got people just on their singles join this call, like stuff that wasn't what the app was marketed to, and
Right.
that's why it kind of fell off.
Yeah, true. It didn't have that personal connection, I feel like. And that was the issue.
Yeah. And you weren't talking to the execs and the brands and communicating to people. You weren't doing what you said it was. Have you ever heard of TYB?
No, TYB is what is that?
Okay, so you said you did Shopify and e-commerce, right?
Yes, yes.
They they are the new bridge between brands and the fans. I don't
Really?
know if I don't know if you've seen because a lot of people don't look at the story, but I never pay for stuff anymore. Like
Okay.
I because I'm a creator anyway, I create UGC anyway and they reward us for it. Or you get coins for answering questions, anything, and it turns into a coupon. So say I got 80 coins,
Mm-hmm.
that's $80 on their website. I just got all this stuff for free and I didn't even have to pay shipping either because some people like free shipping. So they bridge the connection between you and your fans, like what Clubhouse should have been,
Uh-huh.
and you're actually engaging. They send you free tester stuff like this right here. This is a full size perfume bottle
No
from
way.
Cult Geiger. They are an expensive brand. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. I
Yeah.
cannot afford that 1K dress,
Free
but
plug.
they sent me a yes. That's what I'm saying. Like it's just rewarding as a creator to be able to actually give me my substance for the work I'm giving you. They pay us for content like $100 for a newsletter, like stuff like that, just different stuff.
Really?
So that's why I brought that up.
So
Yeah,
TYB,
that
what does that stand for?
try your best.
Try your
Dot
best.
XY. Yes.
TYB
Yes.
for
Look,
creators.
remember that I put you on because you might see your
Okay.
favorite brand on there. Selena Gomez
That's
on there.
crazy.
Um,
TYB.xyz.
Yes,
If you're
I believe
so
it's XY.
so how does a creator join a TYB XYZ? Would you?
So does it say discover on there? Does it show different brands?
Yeah, so I'm gonna switch this share now.
Okay.
So
Do, do, do.
TYB.
Sorry if I'm napping. I'm so sorry, but I just be trying to put people on because
No, no,
yes,
do it. Yeah, okay.
I swear it's on there. I don't know if you ever heard like I feel like every man, especially when you're around, we gonna teach y'all about Glossier. We let y'all know. They got some big names. Basically, how I would go about getting my friends, because I got my friends in it. My mom is in it, bro. She
No
has
way.
topicals in her. Yes. So I would just, and she's not even a creator. Like normal people can do it.
Okay.
It's just give her opinion. They have so many different challenges that cater to everybody. They have challenges that ask you, have you ever tried this? Or first 50 people sign up, we'll send you this to test. Like you don't even have to have tried it before. They get you in it by offering you stuff. You can join whatever community you recognize or something that fits your niche. Say you have dogs. There's 3 dog communities on there I've never heard of. Let me go ahead and join. Let me see what the challenges are. Let me see what I can
Mm-hmm.
do. Rack up your coins. Okay, I'll buy my first item from you guys at a discount. Now I love it.
Interesting.
Now I'm gonna stay here and make content for you.
So
Bam.
so that's something similar to so like I said, when running an agency and a lot of brands are coming to me from Amazon and a lot of brands are on Amazon, right? And so they're selling like 7, 8 figures and then they're trying to go out to Instagram and trying to get with influencers and actually optimize their Shopify stores, but they don't know where to go. And so I'm always telling them like there's like the direct influencer route, which is like you scrape your list and you try to get as many creators as you can in a niche or a pool. And that's kind of like the traditional way of doing it. And then you have like, have you heard of join brands or like there's other things other than join brands. I think there's
Fire
Billo.
IQ.
I'm not sure about them, but like they're organizations that put together UGC creators or influencers that allow brands to them approach them and give them fees for exchange of a
Oh,
product or something like that.
uh, campaigns.
Yeah.
Hey, shh, shh.
Is
Thank you.
TYB anything similar to that or is it like everything like that and more or is it very different? I'm not sure.
It's very different because they don't have a set of influencers. Like there's no special list, but the brands that you communicate with directly, when you submit your UGC content, they have challenges that are like the top 3 we pick from this right here that we like. We'll be rewarding you guys. We'll be paying you guys. We'll feature you in our newsletter, and we'll pay you for this content. So it's up to you to submit the best content produced for this company directly to them, and they handpick you. So there's no, I guess the agency is just brand to fan directly.
That's perfect, right? And so as a creator, you'd be able to just communicate or go straight to the brand and do work with them rather than having to go through any middleman or middle agency service, right?
Yeah, essentially. But it's more open to people, especially people that are up and coming creators. Like there are so many different opportunities. You don't even have to have hundreds of thousands of followers now because
Really?
it's more first come first serve. Like they
Okay.
when I tell you my notifications stay on for when they said we got something new, we need testers, we got this and that. And they make it fair and then you get to sign up, you have the opportunity, especially if you get accepted. Now I'm making your content. Now you see me, now they're like, oh, I like this, let me give you a shot. And then bam, now you got your own promo code, you're making sales, you're in the newsletter, you're on their page, you're featured, stuff like that.
Wow, that's great. So so that's like the way you get sponsored items. Is there a different way, I'm wondering, that you also acquire more income or accrue more income or revenue from a different stream? Do you have like multiple streams where you're kind of receiving some type of benefit or product exchange other than TYB?
Instagram and Twitch, Spire HQ. There's that one place, Sway influencers, and there's 2 more that'll send me emails, and
Mm-hmm.
then when you apply to the campaign, first come first serve. I can't forget about TikTok. I don't like TikTok,
Okay.
but they do be They do be sending you the free stuff to make the content for a lot, and they'll pay you for it. Like
That's
they have the
interesting. Tell me why you don't like TikTok, because that seems to be where all the e-com brands have the idea, and even myself have the idea of like, if you want to go viral really quick, then just go on TikTok. Tell me more about why you don't like TikTok.
the authenticity of going viral on TikTok doesn't last as long
Mm-hmm.
as it did before they became an e-commerce app. A lot of people are like, TikTok used to be you just share your video or you get educated or something like that. Now it's just every other time I scroll, I don't get nothing funny no more. Like I have to
I
come back
see.
to Instagram for funny stuff. It's just shop. And Amazon is shopping. TikTok was never for shopping. I think that's what the gap is. It turned into something that it did not start as.
I
And
see.
then it's one thing when you do it a couple times,
Mm-hmm.
but if my feed is just that and there's no more funny videos, I'm bored. I don't want to get on there no more. No offense to like brands or nothing,
Right. No, of
but
course, of course.
yeah.
So,
But on Instagram, oh,
mm-hmm. No, no, go
on
ahead.
sorry,
Go ahead.
I didn't mean to yap too much, but on
No, keep
Instagram you
keep keep
get
it
both.
going.
You get to see your funny stuff, and then if you like something, it may recommend, but it'll ask you if you want to see it again or not. TikTok just keep giving it to you. Just keep giving it to you.
Wait,
I'm just like,
it
okay.
does that on Instagram as well?
Yeah, sometimes when you like something, they'll give you the ad, but they will make sure to ask you if you want to see it again because I'll take note and I never see it again. Like I get
Interesting.
the huh? Go ahead.
That's
Sorry, let me know if
interesting.
you.
I didn't actually know about that. I
I don't
didn't
know
know
if it's
that.
different for accounts. I have a professional one. I know my other one, my personal one, gets different offers and seeing stuff versus the main account. I've noticed that they do different tests with
Interesting.
different types of accounts too.
Yeah, that's something that brand owners should know, because or influencers as well, because I do believe that TikTok is gearing more towards a e-commerce platform, an e-commerce social bridge, whereas most of the initial adopters of TikTok were these creators that mostly just came up during COVID or during the coronavirus, right? And just started doing
That right there.
trends.
That right there.
Right. And so now
Yeah.
having that switch, it kind of, like you were saying, feels like okay, well, why are you showing up in a different suit today? In fact, it's a totally different color than what you're usually wearing. And maybe it's a totally different style, right?
Yeah. Or the schedule just changed and it's like y'all gonna have to get used to it. I'm like, well, where's you done laid off half the other crew we used to? Where are they at?
Right, exactly,
Bring them.
exactly. So, what would you say, how long would you say that it took you to build a following of, let's say, like your 40,000 followers now?
Maybe two, no, 6 months to a year. Because what you do now is you'll start with the aesthetic reels. You'll do the reposts and make your reels. They get your views, and then you start posting your stuff that matches that aesthetic. Now you have like-minded people that already like your niche, and you're already posting that niche, and so they stay around, and then it keeps getting traffic. It keeps like
I
going
see.
viral. So then I can leave those reels up and make my own matching that, and it'll just keep popping off from there. So I'd say 6 months to a year.
Wow. Okay,
Especially
that's
if you
pretty
post
quick.
yeah, because Instagram will give you they're offering achievements now, and when they do the
Ah,
achievements, they're spotlighting the achievements. So it's changed from when I was on because at first it was we're paying you for the reels now, and that was like big bank.
mm-hmm.
Then I guess they decided they didn't want to pay a lot no more, and so people they kind of stopped showing the reels because you get paid based on views. So they kind
Right.
of were like, we're just gonna let you get like 10K views, and then it's swapped over to do achievements now. We're sorry about that. We want y'all to come post more, get these achievements, and we'll spotlight you type beat.
Interesting. And so I mean, you have a large traffic source now, and that I could see you could probably create more revenue streams, start a brand, do XYZ thing, and start building out these kind of business or entrepreneurial ventures as you go throughout building your content or doing whatever you're doing now, right?
Mm-hmm.
What would
Yeah.
you do you have any plans for building out more type of like income streams? Or are you kind of set on what you're doing now with the streaming on other platforms and then just doing your
Yeah.
posts currently?
Streaming has the best money. Twitch gets the best money. I probably would branch out because I already at the conventions I get a booth, or I'm managing my other a friend. She an influencer, but I'm like her handler, so we have the same booth.
Mm-hmm.
So I get fans that'll come out and buy from us anyway. They'll buy stuff based on what conventions we're going to. So that is also good revenue.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, I think if I did anything, I'd like vintage stuff. So I do Y2K. I would
Yeah.
open like another store of pre-loved or gently used either collaborative items that I don't wear anymore, like I made the post already and I don't use it, or stuff that I've found. So that would be the main one because I know a lot of people do that. A lot of the fashion influencer girlies, they'll do that and it's like a good source of income. Like it, people love sugar thrills. They love stuff they can't find.
That's true. That's true. And it really, like, I think that you could definitely find a niche for your revenue stream, whereas before it was a bit more abstract or a bit of a larger pool of audience. So it's better now, I feel like, for creators starting, right? It's like, would you say that it's better for creators now than it was before, like 2016? Or do you think that still going back, because there's that whole argument where like you could
Or
go
oh,
like
go
years
ahead, go
back
ahead.
and still, I
I
was
think
saying you could
before
still build out an audience like from 2016, and if you stay consistent back then, you could arguably be in a better position than now. But what would you say?
I mean, 2016 was more authentic. It wasn't, you weren't arguing over different stuff. There wasn't a whole lot that was keeping you from following somebody the way it is now. One little thing, you're done, your career's over. I
Right.
think back then it's easier because you can really just go viral off in 5 seconds. Again, we had Vine, we had so many different stuff. And those people today are still making money. Those people yesterday are still making money today, but better. Like you see the old names and the faces, these YouTubers especially that are on Instagram, like Markiplier is a good example.
Mm-hmm.
Markiplier, Corey, like all these streamers that started on YouTube 2016 prior and have amassed a huge following. Like he has a brand, like it is, they are famous more back then than it is today going viral. Like right now,
Mm.
you go viral. Hot Tula is a good example.
Right.
You go viral and people still hate you. They like the one thing you did, but when you try to market off of that, no, that's we're done. That's a one hit. Like it's harder than
True.
it's harder now than
Well,
it
do you
was
think,
before.
well, that's a good segue. Like, do you think that Haktua is somebody who's going to last or stand the test of time, or is she really a flash in the pan?
If it was back then, if you did that and you were super funny, you could do something else and they try to get your funniness. They're like, okay, well let's get some shorts going. Let's partner you up with other funny people and get that content going. Now you got a content house. Now everybody's watching. You can become a streamer. Now you're gaming. Your Hot Tub is your tag name and you're playing games with Markiplier or PewDiePie, just random people.
Right,
Like
right.
it would last long because people aren't gonna get mad that you are capitalizing off it. They're not going to be like, "Oh, you can't do this. It's not funny anymore." It's very different now of where funniness is now and then. So that's why I say that. Can you still see me?
Yeah, now I can see you. You were gone for a second. I saw, I think, a
Sorry.
member of a band or something.
That was TYB. That was an event in my area. I just had to RSVP for. That's
Oh,
what I mean when I say
awesome.
that
That's
stuff.
great. So doing creator
Yeah.
stuff 24/7, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And that too, that's another good thing. They have events. Also, not a lot of platforms are out here trying to host events for creators. I will give them that. That separates them. Their brands, you tell them where you guys live, they take that and they're like, okay, well, a lot of you are concentrated in New York City. So in 3 weeks, we're hosting an event, RSVP. Have these creators down, make some content for us. We'll give you goodie bag.
Mm-hmm,
They
mm-hmm.
bridge that gap. I have been to like 4 PR influencer events with TYB. Sorry to get off topic.
That's
Sorry,
interesting.
but
Okay,
they're
so like TYB is actually like one of the leading platforms that you're kind of working with now, outside of the like direct monetary stuff like streaming, right?
yes.
That's great.
That is my runner up. That is it got me.
So you have like your daily life is that of a typical the is it that of the typical dream when you think I want to be a creator and make content for a living? Is that what I'm hearing, or is it something along the lines of that at all?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had to pay for clothes in 2 years. I haven't had to pay for hygiene stuff, skincare. Because skincare changed the game. If you get your skin right, you right because you feel right. It's a lot of stuff that has been taken care of. I would feel like yes, that is a luxury and that is something that people, especially a content creator, you strive for because that offsets that money. Now I can save up money that I would usually spend on stuff like this to survive. Now I can worry about getting a new apartment or something for content creation. Now I got the apartment I want to live in. I'm making the money that I wanted. I'm getting the stuff that I'm getting sent, and now I'm making my content and I'm getting recognized for it. So I would say it's along the lines of
Yeah.
that pandemic hadn't hit. Yes.
Right. So
That
are
pandemic.
streamers are you as a streamer more at the how do I say it? Like are you more at the will or the for lack of a better word mercy of people who are donating to you rather than like on the creator side you'd be more on the brand to creator exchange. Are you more garnering revenue from specific individuals, or is it just a large pool of people, or can you shed more light on that revenue?
So for the Twitch stream revenue, it's multiple sources and then it varies. Like one day I was streaming, I had beat the enemy team, like carried them crazy. And the guy that was my support came in and gifted like 10 subs just for that alone. So one person can pay your check or start like he already got the portion. And then I have regulars that are always coming in. And I have a throne. I have a wish list. People can tip on the wish list.
Ah, I see.
So yeah, you are dependent on the people, but when you build your community and you're engaging with them and you actually talk, you don't have to worry about your money because they're always going to be supporting you. And everybody, just a sidebar, everybody got Amazon. Amazon gives you a free Prime sub. So not only do you are everybody got Amazon, everybody come in and be like, "Ooh, here's my Amazon sub for you, girl." Bam, sub for free.
True. Shout out
So
Amazon.
it's yeah.
Shout out
Thank you,
Amazon.
Amazon. That was a dub right there. Yeah, that's a dub. But yeah, for that one, and then with the brands, it's you it's guaranteed. If you pick me for the thing and you're offering that amount of money, we're picking certain people, show us what you got, and I get accepted, then that money is it's guaranteed. Like I secure that in the bag. I just like the feeling of well, you earn it both ways, but I like it when I, game and I did some crazy maneuvers and you
Uh-huh.
gifted me for that. I do love making my content though, but gaming, I love gaming. So yeah, it I guess you're dependent on the people for gaming, and then the brand is a guarantee. If that answers that question,
Yeah, yeah, of course. Of course that
okay.
I mean
Want to make sure.
you're a pretty holistic creator when it comes to the fact that you do like a wide spectrum of content. And I think that speaks to the amount of time you probably put into it as well. Like I know when people when I was more in the corporate space and I didn't have an agency in between having a brand, I would have like sometimes struggles where it was like I was doing so much on so many different frontiers, like building theme pages or building brands or optimizing people's ads that like companies or agencies like myself now were like they didn't know where to put me. I think, but with you, it's something similar with your creator career. It's like you have so many different, or your services or your kind of job is pretty robust. Like you're doing a bunch of different things and garnering traffic and revenue there. And so that's why I think you're a bit different than other people where you have a million followers. For example, we were talking about Haktua, like she has I don't know how many followers now, but she's known for one thing. Whereas somebody could know you for your Instagram, and then somebody totally different in a slightly different niche or corner of the world may know your stream, right?
Yeah, yeah, I've had that happen. Yeah.
Yeah, and
They'll
so
know you got different names and different things.
yeah, that's
But
interesting.
like if you do one thing, you're supposed back then if you did one thing, people would wait for you to do something else, or they give you the chance. They'll open a door, be like, okay, well, you're kind of funny. Let's see if you can do announce this show. Let's see if you can add some ad libs. But now, if you do one funny thing, you're not allowed to do anything else or like branch out
Right,
from it. It's like
right. People are more judgy than ever in the content space today, I believe. So
yes,
so if you had like the chance to start from zero again, and it's pretty crazy how fast you actually built, or impressive how fast you built your following. If you had to start over, and if you're like somebody on the other end of the screen possibly, and wants to start that creator journey, what would you say like the roadmap to that would be in a few sentences or a few minutes?
um, post your UGC, even if you think it's not top tier or quality or you don't have enough followers. Just post the content of you receiving stuff, unboxing, even as simple as that. Starting out, and I promise you, you grow, especially using the trending audios on it. Trending audios right now is even if I had to restart, I would use the same thing. I'm going to be on top of the audios with under 200 usage that are going up and using
Mm-hmm.
marketing to my niche on that. And that's going to build you up. That's going to build you up with your stuff. Um,
What about, do you think that you would have any recommendation for a niche to go into? But what I'm hearing from you is more angle yourself with brands right from the beginning, so that there's some type of money behind it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, if you're money orientated, if you're not, if you're simply just wanting to get your stuff out there, have your community, and you guys take care of each other, like that's where you're getting your stuff, then just yeah, post on the trending audios, but post authentically. If you're getting out there with your whatever your specific thing is, like say you want to show everyone you got a new your oral line, you got a dentist
Mm-hmm.
thing. I can't remember the name, but it's that thing that goes in your mouth.
Right, like
Making it,
Invisalign or something like that.
yeah, that one 20-second scrubber thing. But
Oh, okay, okay.
the point that the point that I was making is make it funny, make it authentic, make it something that other people can watch the video. If you're just clear, cut, concise, but you still got a little humor, most people accept that. Most people are like, okay, this is chill. You're a vibe. He's not doing anything that would make me think you're supporting this view or you're supporting that. You're neutral. You're
Mm-hmm.
just doing your niche. Here's my follow. Give me some more content.
That's
Stuff like that.
interesting. So so the way in that you're saying is more something like be authentic, be organic, whereas like it's different than a few other creators that have come out, like for example like a few people that are coming to my mind are obviously like a Tucker Carlson, or like an Andrew Tate, or like a Nelk Boys, right? Like they're so one way, like towards a specific message, that it's not, it would be anti-organic, right? Like you're not seeing the actual person for who they are in all their aspects, whereas you're only
Yeah.
agreeing with them
Just points.
on the one thing. So you would say go for the general like
Yeah.
natural person of who you are and lead with that.
Yeah, because if you already go in there opinionated, you're gonna have to try your hardest to get to that audience that if you just want them. But if you're
True.
trying to keep it everybody and you're not trying to stop your bag, that's my thing. If you start canceling out different marginalized
Mm-hmm.
audiences, you're stopping your bag. You're stopping everything. You're stopping opportunities. Like
That's
that's the
true.
baseline. Like if you're saying something about children, okay, well you just lost Disney, Nickelodeon, everything for a sponsorship that you could have had if you were organic and regular and funny and you got a big following from that, like just doing whatever your niche is. If you're regular, maybe Disney be like, hey, let's go ahead and partner, let's put our logo on one of your dentists, let's market that to the kids, get them a little kid skin on like Mickey Mouse. Now
Right.
that's a open, you really opening doors. Like it's you got to be able to keep these doors open with everything like generalization, because it's like once you do a specific thing, then you got to be ready for the only doors that open for that specific thing, and you may not like the outcome because
That's
Like
true.
them, some of the views that they have, I'm telling you, like you definitely gonna be invited to a Proud Boy cookout, and I don't want to go in there. That sounds scary. Just
Right.
just my example for them. That sounds I'm scared.
Right. No, exactly. Exactly. So I mean, I'm on the same page as you when it comes to following the organic. Like, it only lasts for a certain amount of time. If it lasts for a longer time, then you start to become the person that you're actually not, or the brand that you actually aren't like originally comfortable with. And so if you want to become more successful in life, then I think the best thing to do is lead by authenticity. I think that's been proven in some studies as well. But I think it's a nice thing to hear out of like the large world of creators that we work with, that people are more leaning towards, especially creators are leaning towards the authenticity route, because I feel like people are able to see it 10 times more when you do an act nowadays.
Yeah, yes, them little funny like forced sounded like it's not. You do this on the internet, and then a lot of people get exposed when they meet you in person, and you're a completely different person than what you just did. Like there's no substance. It's like you're getting fed lines from, I guess, managers or whatever now, instead of just go make your video, do what you did from the start. Like, have you ever heard of the guy that be making everybody dresses?
No, no.
Oh, okay, that's a good one. He been authentic from the start. All he did is he just make the dresses, and the dresses are beautiful. What he does, his product shines because now he collabs with a whole bunch of celebrities, make their outfits. Kiki Palmer, I think he did Emily Rakovitz. I don't know how to
Oh,
say her name. It's a
really?
model.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, just in general. And he has never um did anything political. He don't do no standpoints. He don't do nothing that would marginalize and separate different groups of people that are now fighting, saying you need to unfollow him. If you don't unfollow him, he supports this, or if you don't do this and that. He stick with his niche organically, and he just grows. Everybody can love a dress. Everybody can love a good dress. There's nothing negative, or I guess you know what I mean, like put like anything that would be, let me block him worthy. So
Right.
now you got a million followers and you get Disney sponsors and this and that because you just mind your business and you stick to what you like, and that's making dresses. Versus who's a bad example? Logan Paul, Andrew Tate. Like
Uh
you
huh.
only talk about the same thing. People get tired of hearing the same thing that is unliked at that. Not saying everybody's entitled to their opinion, but when a vast majority don't like it, your doors are gonna only again be so little what you get to do.
That's
You
true.
can't go to what's big? You can't go to Amazon and host your podcast and talk about women are bottom tier. Amazon is for everybody. Amazon gonna be like, sorry, we can't have you here. You gotta go. Just saying.
That's true.
Whereas
That's true.
dress dude can go to Amazon. Okay, let's go ahead in the back and make this dress for us. Amazon partnership, bam, dress. We're not talking about anything else. Dress. Now everybody love it. The end. You
Yeah.
got some money.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's what you have to do. I mean, that's what you've done, right? Like with your stream and then with your Instagram. And those are the main two platforms you have, right? Well, I'm curious
Yeah.
actually, now that we're talking about it. Does your stream Are your streamers connected to your Instagram? Is that where you tell them to subscribe to you or to
The
follow
day
you?
ones. The day ones. Okay, so do you know what Discord is?
Yes.
Discord is where you put the gamers. So they're more on Discord. So whenever I post or do an update, I connect it to my Discord and they can choose whether to go to Instagram or not. But for the most part, I keep them connected in the gaming sense. Like, get ready for these collaborations on gaming, get these
Mm-hmm.
loot drops, stuff that they like to see because we're gamers. They may not really be into like fashion influencing or stuff like that. But some may like cosplaying. And if we talk about anime, then I'll connect it to my Instagram or stuff like that when I know you like it, because I'm not going to force you to go out of your way to support something. That's what I like about differentiating the two, keeping a different space. Because now I can appease both groups and not have them collide, or you don't have to go out of your way to
Right, they
support
don't
something you don't like.
intersect. Right.
Exactly, like the two different friend groups that never meet. You keep them separate.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Keep them separate. So with the streams, do you do that daily or is that like a weekly thing? How often do you have to do a stream to keep the revenue that you have?
Today's Thursday. I stream Tuesday, Wednesday. I think it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday,
Mm-hmm.
and I take the weekends off. I never stream on the weekends unless it's like surprise 24-hour stream or something like
Right.
crazy. I think streaming 3 times, 3 to 4, no, 3 to 4 days each week um gets me my market, because it really just take one. For me, it's like one day or one gig game, because I play League of Legends. League of Legends is the demographic, and I'll be upfront and real. The demographic is men. I'm a woman. You
Mm-hmm.
find out I'm a woman playing the video game and I just dog walked you, it's either, oh my god, I love you, let me give you a tip or support you, or we arguing. Now you give me stream content, now I'm about to post you on a clip on YouTube and go viral because I just roasted you and you lost to a woman.
Right,
So
right.
it yeah, it depends. No offense to men. I'm
No,
not
no,
a
no,
slut.
no. Go on.
I'm not a male here. But when you on a video game and you're mad that I'm a woman, then I'm flaming you. You're getting flamed. Like, just saying in general.
Exactly, exactly.
Um, but yeah, it low-key just take one good day, 1 or 2, and I'll make what I need in those 2 days, and then I'll just stream for more extra, just in case. I'd be like, oh, I got a convention coming up. I want that little extra point. Just
So,
something like that.
so you'd go to conventions. What's the behind the scenes life of your creator day to day that you, or from what you're able to share, what you would do like outside of creating?
Um, so the yoga Pilates,
Mm-hmm.
I refuse to be the gamer that's in the room. Like, I'd be beating those stereotype allegations. We don't shower, we
Uh-huh.
don't go outside. I stay in the gym when I can. So for the most part, I try to go every day unless I have an event or something. I'll go early in the morning. So Pilates, yoga. If I'm not securing other brand sponsorships for my friend, that's my client,
Mm-hmm.
etc. Like sending out emails. I take the day to myself, make food. Like we're talking like normal stuff, like
Yeah,
outside
normal
of
stuff.
creating, not creating. Period. Yeah, and then events. I have a Playboy Bunny event today. Hopefully that goes right, because then y'all can't quote me if it doesn't go right. I just said I have an event, so hopefully that goes good. Like, I still have events to do, but I try to make it like normal. I don't post anything to social media unless stuff is confirmed type beat.
Okay,
So I'll
yeah.
still doing events on
Yeah,
the
we'll keep
side.
it
So yeah,
tentative and hopeful. Um,
yeah,
yeah, and
yeah,
hopeful.
that.
And so you do the normal life stuff outside of social media, content creation, streaming. And so you're not typically in that 9 to 5 corporate, like dragging on from day to day, having to worry about going to the office and suiting up. Had
In this economy, you can't do it anymore. It just we didn't evolve past that. The pandemic showed us, like, for sure,
That's
it
true.
changed.
That's true.
It changed the did anything, because it proves that all this work can be done at home on your computer. And what you're telling me is I don't have to go at home or go into the office and sit under these artificial lights and just die.
Right.
Essentially, like, you proved to me it can be done at home.
Right. But at the same time, the corporate life, or people who are in the 9 to 5, who are on the, like, on the marketing side, or on the side that
Um,
touches past your realm, um, you help them make more money as well by being the creators that help flow through the revenue that they're producing. And so there's like a push and pull between like corporate and then the creator side, which is more like a very nuanced freelancer, right? And so I find that really interesting as well, because I mean, you tell me, like, if somebody offered you, or how much would somebody have to offer you in the corporate space, if at any rate, to get you to leave what you're doing now and go suit up?
it's gonna have to be paid trips, because I get to travel. They sponsor me to travel. It's gonna have to be paid trips. It's gonna have to be a lot of free stuff. Um, I think the living wage in America now is like $20 an hour.
Yeah, it is. I'd say so, around there.
It'd have to be something like 1,000 a week to match what I already get. It has to be better. It has to be more than that,
Wow,
because
wow. That's
it's like
considerable.
a day. Like, it's like you can make 450 in a day. Like,
Right.
just give an example. Like, say you did a stream, like, that's, oh my god, the donation came in, or just something. Obviously, it's like 50-50 if you make it, but if you already have a following base and people like you, then it's not going to be hard.
So you've
So
got
I don't know.
a content machine and a personal brand all in one within just waking up and doing your normal routine. And what I'm hearing is like you don't have to impress the boss, you don't have to build something else. You keep it pretty organic, pretty authentic, and you're able to create revenue for yourself. I think that's really inspiring for people who want to get into content creation down the way.
Yeah, I definitely say impress the people that already like you. Like if you already got 5 fans that come in a day and they're everywhere supporting you, you don't know when that one fan is gonna be like, you know what, I got paid today. She just made my day. Girl, here's $1,000. People are so worried about numbers
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. That's why I tell you, you can be an influencer with 100 followers. It don't matter as long as you have the consistency. You are connected to your community. That's a big one. You're not acting like you're God. I'm too good to talk to you,
True.
stuff like that. Now, I ain't saying be your friend because, I ain't trying to have you stalk me, but I'm saying
Right.
be normal. Like if you at the coffee shop, somebody say, hey, hello, how you doing? Communicate. Like you don't engage. If somebody say, I had a really rough day, just share little words of encouragement. I'm not saying give advice. I'm just saying, hey, dude, I mean, I know how you're feeling, blah, blah, blah. But look, keep your chin up. We locked into this game right now. I got you. Let me make something funny for you. Let me take your mind off things. Because that's essentially what streamers do.
Mm-hmm.
Take your mind off things. And then that turns into, you know what? 10 gifted subs. Thank you so much. I just needed somewhere quiet to come. Thank you so much for having this space for me. I know ain't a lot of people in here. This ain't much. Now that's a direct quote from someone who's gifted me. This direct quote. Like it's that easy. That's why I'm like, I ain't trying to do all that. Let me do some little TikTok dances.
So you don't have to like go fully to a polar direction and say like I need to do TikTok dances. You can live in your own realm, make your own bag, and do
Yes.
anything you want to do.
Yes. That's the great thing about today. I'll give today some credit. You just exist in your own world with your own fans and generate revenue unless you want to step out. Just make sure when you can step out, it's like you can open that to general people. Cause I already know in mine, it's I'm definitely not family friendly, but I'm grown, so obviously I don't got no kids, so I'm not catering to children. Now somebody else can do that. Like make sure that whatever you decide to step out with, like it can be taken by everybody if you're trying
True.
to get everybody. But if you're not, then continue about your path.
Right. Like if you're
Um,
comfortable with internally comfortable with it, like on a moral standpoint and otherwise, then as long as it's true to yourself, right? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Yeah, I think
yeah.
that's totally agreeable. Um, what is Big Milkers Enthusiasts?
Oh, okay. So anime, that's where we go to the anime term in the cosplayer. So in anime world, you have mommy milkers. Like that's another trendy thing. That's
Uh-huh.
like another code word for somebody with a big chest.
Uh-huh.
In anime cosplay community, that's what they call us. So we typically tend to like cosplay the waifus. So
Waifus,
I know a lot
yes.
of people have a lot of people have a problem with that, but you can't blame the person. You have to blame the actual culture. That means you would have to go to like Japanese manga creators and be like, your proportions on women aren't right. We don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously people don't do that because everyone's consuming anime and they like it. So that's why we dress up and we cosplay your
Well, I think
waifu.
that's an actual like an actual word for just saying wife, right? Isn't waifu wife in
It, but
Japan?
it, I think it is because no, because they made up husbando, and husbando is definitely not the translation
True.
for husband. Yeah, but I don't know. I think waifu may or may not be. I
It
thought they what
might be
they
like
tell
the
us is
English
like
translated into Japanese, right?
yeah, yeah. I wanna say for the sake in case if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But maybe we'll agree with you. Say yeah, it's probably waifu wife. Um, but
Okay,
yeah,
so
that's
you
like your
have the
favorite.
anime side. You're in the niche, like you're saying, like you go to some anime event, cosplay events.
Yeah, you've been to Los Angeles, right? Anime
Yes.
Expo, TwitchCon, stuff
Yeah,
like
so
that. If
we
you've
have
ever heard
like I'm from Honolulu, so we have like Kawaii Con, we have
you
Comic
won
Con. Yeah.
Hawaii, nice. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Hawaii's so
yeah,
beautiful.
no, it's lovely. I mean, um, I've I've liked living in Hawaii for quite a long time, done a lot of traveling as well. During COVID, it was crazy because of the island, right? Like you had to lock down, but
On that island.
yeah. But
Yeah, that is scary.
on the content side for anime, are you like are you anime Twitch streaming on League of Legends, and is that what your fan base is that's funded or that's like watching your stream?
You know what? I say that's a good, yeah, because they do game, they do happen to like anime, and they do happen to like cosplaying waifus. So yeah, because sometimes I'll dress up like game. So I do anime and gaming characters. I'll dress up on a stream like the person I'm playing, like Seraphine.
Mm-hmm.
People love that. Or you know how people dress up like Ari or Kali. Like I'm
Right.
trying to think of something popular that even people that don't watch it would know. Fallout. You ever heard of
Yes,
Fallout?
yes, Fallout.
So, yeah, like
No,
that. We
I
dress
have
up.
I've it's a funny story. So I told you I created brands. I've been in e-commerce for a while, Shopify. Before the e-commerce Shopify, before I even knew about Shopify, I was on Big Cartel doing anime stickers that I would design. And I had a large amount of followers and revenue there where I would do like Dragon Ball Z stuff and a bunch of like Initial D. Um, we had so many different animes. Those are just the first drops. We had even up to Kimetsu no Yaiba, and then I think we just discontinued. I'm
Why?
relaunching, but you know.
Bring it back. You would make so much money right now. You'd be rich. You could be at conventions with the artist booth. Why? If you made did y'all make car decal stickers?
Yeah, yeah, that was what we did. That's what we
Why
did.
did y'all stop? No. That's all we do at the conventions is we buy from the artists
Yeah,
in the
die
vendor alley.
cuts, banners, car decals, 8x3s, everything. Yeah, and so that's where I started in e-commerce. Interestingly enough.
Yeah. They eat that up now. I eat that up now. That's how I know. If I can show y'all my car. Whew. But that's good though. Like I'm glad that you were able to experience that side of things,
Yeah,
because
it
that's
makes me wonder about the corporate space now. I like straddling the line in between agency owner helping brands grow and being involved with influencers. My main mission has been to bridge the gap between one, a brand owner trying to get into the space who's like seeing all these fake gurus say something about do drop shipping, and then I have the other side of it, which is like influencers who or want to be influencers, creators who don't know where to start, that don't actually know how much revenue one can create just through a marginal amount of followers compared to 1 million, 20 million, 100 million versus like, not everybody would assume that people with even 10,000 followers who have an enriched audience where they're engaged are actually creating some revenue or doing brand deals, let alone now like your audience where it's very niche. Originally, you wouldn't say like, oh, this person's like to the untrained eye, people don't understand what you might do. And then to have this conversation today and to bring everything to light, it's like I feel like somebody would be more amazed, if not even shocked, that like your profile could turn so much revenue without having a brand, without doing all this other stuff that you don't want to do, without showing up for a like trained 9 to 5, right? And so kudos to you, hats off to you as well, because I think I was quite amazed to hear all of the things you were saying just in the past 50 minutes or so. Um, and it's hard to see it just through the content, right? Like you're on stream, you're doing all of these other things. Your link tree leads to a bunch of different links, and so it's
yeah.
great to
I need
hear
to
as
change
well.
that now too. I do need to update my link tree because those are I think 3 or past collabs. Obviously, I still get revenue, but I need to put my main one. Flint Mints is my main one. I think I've made like I'll just say over $500.
Uh huh.
People buying mints alone, like using my code, like
Wow.
stuff like that is good. People um knock on affiliate codes. But if you're getting an affiliate code from a brand that's always selling, say Amazon gave you an affiliate code, I'm not complaining about that. Everyone shops on Amazon. I'm gonna
That's
just go
true.
ahead and send that to the family and just make some money off the family. Like that's it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's
That's true. That's true. And so I'll ask one last question. I'll let you kind of have a ending kind of exit. It'll be, where do you see yourself in 5 years with your content, and where would you like to see yourself in that time?
in 5 years, if everything is going right, too, on the path that I am in, more events, more access to different people and working with people of my dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Definitely more in the gaming space too, like doing stuff like traveling back again to LA and doing hosting at LSC. Hopefully, that's my big dream, is being like an announcer for Riot, um, stuff like that. And then in 5 years, probably I see myself, on Markiplier's wavelength, like in my
I
own
love that.
place with my dogs, streaming, traveling, and just being able to mind my business and go to conventions. Oh my gosh. I'm already getting invited to them, but to do more, like be a guest star. Oh my God, headline a convention. I do that's yeah, definitely in 5 years want that really bad. So yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. I
Sorry.
would love to
I
see.
didn't
I
yell.
would love to keep the tracker on that in 5 years and see you get to that goal. Possibly even start your own decal brand or do a collaboration where you make this
Oh my
profile
God,
picture a
I want to
sticker.
sticker.
You know.
Yes, I want to make. Yes, yes, you have me at stickers. Yes, that's what I want so bad. I should have put that in there. I want to make a sticker. Like my profile is mine. Like that commission is mine now.
Uh huh.
So I want that to be a sticker. And the other thing my friend made me. Sorry for the yak,
Hoodies,
but I want to
hoodies,
sell
merch,
stickers so
everything.
bad.
Yeah, that would be great. Well, do you have anything to say to your about what you're doing right now, or anything that you'd like to leave with a quick comment
Um,
to maybe an
I'll see y'all
influencer or
in
creator?
Vegas. Vegas soon. I'm gonna be in Vegas for the first time on Halloween for a convention.
Perfect.
Um, I hope everyone finally watches Demon Slayer anime, please. That's
Yes.
like a good start to get into. And yeah, support your local waifus. Yes, that's what I ended with.
Awesome. That's great. That's great. All right. Well, thank you for this time, Shauna. What was the other name? Yuri. Yes, Yuri.
Yuri,
You'll go
Yuri,
by Yuri, right?
you're good. Yeah, you can do yours since it's like
Okay.
about what I do. It's fine. We're cool.
Well, I'm glad that you came on, and I'll let you know what comes of this, and I was glad to have met you today, and so let's follow up.
It was nice talking to you
Yeah,
too.
let's follow up. I'll talk to you in the next week or so and have some updates for you.
Thank you. I
All right.
appreciate you having me in the interview.
I appreciate you. All right.